Well, good evening, and a more formal good evening for those who've just been chatting with. And it's really good to see those who, or not see you, but good to be with you. For those folks who are on YouTube, whether you're watching live now or catching up afterwards, it's equally good to have you with us. So yeah, we're just saying it's been a while since we've been together, so it's lovely to come back together again this evening as we prepare for, amazingly, coming up to our first birthday. You'd have thought it. Time does fly, and so so the big church sing on Easter Day. Of course, actually, the first big church sing on Easter Day wasn't called the big church sing. It's before we branded it, if you like. But it's a year since that first outing with In Christ Alone. And so this year we're working towards Love Divine, which I know some of you have been working on, will have worked on previously, way back when in November, October, November time, when we were looking at that before Christmas. So it'd be great to actually create that video and put that together. And then just before Easter, actually, we'll have our first rehearsal on Baba Yetu, which is the Lord's Prayer in Swahili, and it's a really fantastic setting of it, which I'll tell you a bit more about another time. And in fact, if we get time this evening, I'll show you a video so you can have a bit of a listen through to it. But first of all, this evening we're going to get ourselves warmed up and ready to go, and I've got a little ditty. I thought it might be nice to learn a bit of a warm-up type song this evening, so I'll teach you one of my favourite little short choruses, for want of a better word for it. So first of all, we'll get ourselves warmed up. I just encourage you to think tall, get yourselves sat in a nice, comfortable, upright position. I'm just going to start with a bit of a hum. So it just goes. We're going to sing down a scale now to a lovely round, warm ooh. Ooh. And as you sing, I want you to think about the sound coming up and over the top and out forwards in a lovely round, warm kind of way. For fun. Okay, good. Let's get the lips moving a little. We're just going to sing a simple pattern that goes mama 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 mama. Lovely. That's it. Excuse me. Okay. A couple of questions. Oh, I'm sorry. I can see some folks on YouTube who couldn't find the Zoom link for tonight. I'm sorry about that. It should be on the members page, but today I have been doing a little bits and pieces of updating, so you might have missed it in a mid-update, but it is on the on the members page. And Penny, do we have any sheet music for tonight? Yes, I'll share the music on the screen for you, and then there's stuff on the website about the if you want to download the music, how to be able to do that. Right. So I thought we'd start with kind of continue warming up with what I think is a really beautiful little tiny song. And it was written. I picked it up a few years ago. I used to. I was studying music for In Harmony program, In Harmony Upper North, and I was up in Aberdeen. Oh no, it wasn't Aberdeen. Stirling, sorry, for the International El Sistema Teachers thing. And it's an opportunity really for lots of folks to come together and share what we're doing, and El Sistema is really a kind of social justice through music kind of program. And one of the programs that were there and shared what they were doing was the Sistema program in Sweden. And every Wednesday at 6:00, they do something called Wednesday, which I understand is a bit of a play on words, really. And at 6:00 every Wednesday, all of the different Sistema programs up and down Sweden gather together for food. So all the families of the children who are involved in the program all come and they all eat together, and then they all sing and have a dance together, and it's just this amazing kind of family hour every week where they get to spend time together. And at one of the programs in Sweden, it happened that and these programs meet every single day for music making. And one day, this little lad came in who was looking particularly sad that day. And so the folks who were leading it asked him, what was wrong. And he was an asylum seeker in Sweden. And for a while, and they weren't quite sure how long, him and his big brother were going to have to be housed in separate places. And so obviously the little boy was upset about it. And so as they were chatting to the boy, he told the most wonderful story of how his big brother had said to him, "Look, tonight when you go to sleep, dream about love and flowers. And as you dream about love and flowers, you'll grow taller. And then one day when you're taller, we'll be able to live together once again." And the folks at and the Sistema program were just so touched by that story. They set that little saying to music for him, and so his little story ended up being a song that was written and played by the Gothenburg Symphony Orchestra, and it's just really amazing how it's grown for him. So the song goes something like this. If you sleep really well and dream about love and flowers, you'll be taller when you wake up. If you sleep really well and dream about love and flowers, you'll be taller when you wake up. Flowers and love and flowers, flowers and love and flowers. So it's a really sweet little song. It's one of my favourite songs for getting ourselves warmed up. So I've just jotted down the words for us. So the first bit goes, if you sleep really well and dream about love and flowers. Should we try that much? If you sleep really well and dream about love and flowers, you'll be taller when you wake up. You'll be taller, you'll be taller when you wake up. Great, she's right from the beginning up to there. So if you sleep really well and dream about love and flowers, you'll be taller, you'll be taller when you wake up. And that repeats. If you sleep really well and dream about love and flowers, you'll be taller, you'll be taller. Then goes down when you wake up. So just that tiny little difference at the end there. First time, when you wake up. Second time, when you wake up. As you go from the beginning. If you sleep really well and dream about love and flowers, you'll be taller, you'll be taller when you wake up. If you sleep really well and dream about love and flowers, you'll be taller, you'll be taller when you wake up. And then the chorus goes, flowers and love, love and flowers. Try that together. Flowers and love, love and flowers. And the second half is exactly the same, except flowers goes down at the end as you had with when you wake up before. Flowers and love, love and flowers. So there we go. Why don't we sing through it once, and then maybe another time I'll teach you some of the harmonies for the chorus. If you sleep really well and dream about love and flowers, you'll be taller, you'll be taller when you wake up. If you sleep really well and dream about love and flowers, you'll be taller, you'll be taller when you wake up. Flowers and love, love and flowers, flowers and love, love. There we go.
1011.
Oh, excellent. Right. So I hope you like that. I think it's a really sweet little song. And lovely to see, as I've stopped the screen share, and I can now see some more folks have joined us. Lovely to see you. Excellent. Right, let's have a look at Love Divine. So I'll share the music on the screen. Oh, there we go. So this begins. Grab my music, that'll help. Now this begins with sopranos and altos. Well, I'll just make sure we're all muted.
That was on subscriptions. That's what it is.
There we go. So it begins with sopranos and altos singing. Now you can see this little rest, this breath I've marked in brackets. Really, that's a kind of an indication that there wants to be a feel of a breath without really taking a breath. Does that make sense? So. This kind of gives you fresh impetus for the next part of the phrase. So let's just sing the whole of that opening phrase together, sopranos and altos. 2. Okay, good. So 2 things to think about with this. The first is to make sure the A flat stays really on the same note all the way through. Da dum da dum da dum da. That it doesn't kind of become lower and lower as we go along. And then the final note to watch out that that's not doesn't become flabby down there. Often that B flat can end up flat if you're not careful. So let's sing that again then, shall we? 1, 2. Okay. Now here we break straight away into our into harmony. I'm going to start with the basses this evening. Now basses, hopefully you'll make more noise than I do on a bottom F. Once upon a time I used to be able to make something of a noise down there, but at the moment seemingly not. Let's read that once more then, basses. I'd really like to take us on a journey. So notice this pianissimo to start with, and this is for all parts, so very soft to begin with. And as you reach here with the semiquavers, you can kind of mark the semiquavers. Can have a little bit more weight, and then really grow through the crescendo that's marked at the end. So let's sing once more. 2 and. Okay, good. Now the same section, but now with the tenors. 2 and. Good, and then we can really grow again through that crescendo there. It's lovely to have that as well, particularly from tenors and basses, really, kind of underpinning that crescendo. Tenors, let's just sing that once more. And. Okay. altos. Let's look at the second alto part first. With the split here, altos, as so far we've never really ever decided a way of trying to get equal balance. It's just kind of happened, so I'm going to trust that it's just going to happen again. So don't mind whether you do the first alto part or the second alto part. So here's the second alto part. Good, and then that lovely crescendo at the end. These phrases are fairly long, so if you need to sneak a breath, that's completely fine. I just try and avoid doing it between the second and the end of the second and the start of the third bar of each phrase, which is kind of the natural place to breathe. Kind of take a breath anywhere else, and you'll be absolutely fine. Let's do the same thing again, but this time I'm going to add in the first alto part. See there on the F, R, we're going to play the second alto as well. One, and. Okay, good. Which just leaves us with sopranos who've got the melody here. Love divine, oh love's excelling, joy of heaven to earth come down. Fix in us thy humble dwelling, all thy faithful mercy's crown. Okay. Well, I enjoyed myself, but you probably couldn't sing much of it, as you probably didn't see all the words. Should we do it once more? Love divine, and love divine, oh love's excelling, joy of heaven to earth come down. Fix in us thy humble dwelling, all thy faithful mercy's crown. Great. Okay, so we're going to try it from the beginning, and this time we're going to sing with the track. So we've got something else. You can hear some other voices with us. I've compressed this recording just so that the quiet bits are a bit more are easier for us to sing along to. But it does mean that the track's not quite as exciting as it ordinarily would be. But let's have a go together. So here's your 4-bar introduction. That I just kept going. So let's just backtrack a little bit into Jesu, thou art all compassion. Sopranos, let's start with you. Jesus, that all compassion, pure unbounded love thou art. Good. Now, when you start these phrases, I like to imagine it's that you're aiming for the end of the bar. Jesus, that all compassion. I mean, the second beat of the bar is where the weight is. But if our thought's right at the end of the bar, then all of a sudden these upper notes won't suddenly go, Jesus, thou art all compassion, and kind of pop out the texture. We want to kind of sail over them. So if you have a longer thought, kind of go whoosh, whoosh, that'll really help. So let's try singing that once again, then sopranos. And Jesus, thou art all compassion, pure unbounded love thou art. Visit us with thy salvation, enter every trembling heart. Good. You might need to take a slightly better breath than I did. Altos, let's have a look at your part. Jesus, thou art all compassion, pure unbounded love thou art. Visit us with thy salvation, enter every trembling heart. Now, the first note on the re of every is the important one here. Enter every, and that's where the harmony gets all delicious. So I want to make sure that F's got a little bit of weight into it. Enter every trembling heart. Such a feature of good old music, the suspensions, those moments of tension and then release. We kind of get two of those moments in two bars here, which tenors have, which we'll come to in a moment. Altos, just sing from Visit Us with Thy Salvation. Visit us with thy salvation, enter every trembling heart. Okay. Tenors. Jesus, thou and Jesus, thou art all compassion, pure unbounded love thou art. Visit us with thy salvation, enter every trembling heart. Okay, good. So you notice there, your heart is where the where the crunchiness is. Okay. So you can really lean into heart. Kind of creeps around in quite a chromatic fashion from Visit Us with Thy Salvation. Visit us with thy salvation, enter every trembling heart. Sing that again, tenors. Visit us with thy salvation, enter every trembling heart. Good. Basses. Jesus, thou art all compassion, pure unbounded love thou art. Visit us with thy salvation, enter every trembling heart. Okay. Let's do that once more. And basses, just for, this is a point for everyone, but basses, I'll mention it for you. this breath that's marked here, you can see the ticks along the way. For everyone, just read that as a quaver rest. And this is one of those moments where if we're not careful and we all record separately and then try and bring it together, it could end up a bit messy. So it'd be really good if we can all be really strict with our counting and to try and get a good syncopated t at the end of art. And it's only a quaver long because we want to make sure we cover the tenors coming down for their note there on the fourth beat before we come off. So we just need to make sure it's long enough and then clean enough at the end. So basses, let's do that together. Jesus, thou art all compassion, pure unbounded love thou art. Visit us with thy salvation, enter every trembling heart. Now the difference there is the T is going to come right in the bar line, so we're coming off on the downbeat of the next bar. Let's sing that section together. Here's a couple of bars, hopefully, going into that. So soprano, alto, tenor, bass. Okay, great. And as before we carry on, this is a kind of general point for all of us when we're thinking about our vowels when singing this. Say, for example, at bar 10 for the second time, breathe, oh breathe. We really want to think through the vowels and try and get our most clean, beautiful college choir style vowel shape. Breathe, oh breathe, thy loving spirit into air. So you'll notice, hopefully, that the spe and re, e are all on singing through the same vowel shape. So we're aiming for that e, I, o, u, and those 5 Italian vowels. Breathe, oh breathe, thy loving spirit into. So let's just sing from bar 10 for the second time once more with your best Italian vowels. So I used to live in Birmingham, and I know we've got some wonderful vowel shapes in Birmingham, or lots of diphthongs as you change from one vowel to the other. But we'll aim here for really, really good pure vowels. Have you got many folks from Birmingham? Hey, Holly's from Birmingham. Anyone else here tonight? Well, I might or might not be able to tell when you send your video in. I mean, who knows? Let's go again then. So this is going into bar 10 altogether. The most pure vowel shapes. go into the third verse, we get a little moment of repetition of the opening idea, and back to those R's and lovely R shape. Now this is a really wonderful moment, having had that rich harmonies so far, and all of a sudden to kind of for everybody to be joined in unison as we sing "Come Almighty to deliver, let us all thy life receive." And as you sing that, I want you to think about the breadth of your singing. So it's these lovely long brush strokes, and each of these short notes, each of the quavers, to try and put lots of voice onto it. Come Almighty to deliver, let us all thy. So there's lots of bow going onto each note. That makes sense for any string players, maybe. But come Almighty. Let's go from that moment once more all together. But let me rewind the track and we'll sing it with that. Hopefully this is somewhere near it. Come Almighty to Of course, what I haven't mentioned is altos and basses. Those couple of moments where you have an alternate version here. Come Almighty to deliver, rather than going up to the top E flat. You get that later on, but not at this point. And similarly, return and never. Suddenly return and never, nevermore. Altos, let's have a look at Thee We Would Be Always Blessing. Thee we would be always blessing, serve thee as thy hosts above. Pray and praise thee without ceasing, glory in thy perfect love. Now, if you can roll your R's, do go for it on pray and praise thee. It'd be great to have good rolled R's there. Excellent. Thee we would be always blessing, tenors. This is bar 45. Thee we would be always blessing, serve thee as thy hosts above. Pray and praise thee without ceasing, glory in thy perfect love. Okay, so it's so close to the tune, but those lovely moments where you just break away onto some harmony, like hosts above, hosts above. So your Scotch snap's going to be very snappy. Hosts above, and then really come away. Basses. Thee we would be always blessing, serve thee as thy hosts above, pray and praise thee without ceasing, glory in thy perfect love. Okay. Before I move on from verse 3, does anybody want me to go back over anything of anything we've done so far? I've just seen a question from Phil. Hi, Phil.
Sorry. I put it on the chat. I said, verse 2, Alpha and Omega is sung, and Omega is what I'm used to.
Yeah, Omega. Alpha and Omega be. Yeah, rather meager. Alpha and Omega be. Yeah. Thank you, yeah. Anybody else? Any other questions? Marvellous. Well, that's a good sign, isn't it? Let's all sing from Come Almighty to Deliver. So I'll give you a couple of bars into bar 36. Okay, lovely. Great. So, begins with sopranos and tenors in unison. Finish then thy new creation, pure and spotless, let us be, for tenors, let us be, on the main tune for sopranos. And it carries on together. Let us see thy great salvation perfectly. Now sopranos, stored in thee. Tenors, stored in thee. Okay, 4 beats up on that. Higher D flat. Altos and basses, though, you get a better part. I'm sorry, but it is the case. So altos, 1 beat after sopranos and tenors. You have 1. Finish then thy new creation, pure and spotless, let us be. Just watch out there. Just it's quicker than you might expect. Pure and spotless, let us be. Basically, you've got exactly the same thing here. Pure and spotless, let us be. Let us see. Then altos and basses, you move in different directions from this point. So I'll just look at the alto part again. Let, 3, 2, 3. Let us see thy great salvation perfectly restored in thee. Okay. When you've got this lovely semiquaver movement, let us see. Really want to keep it moving with good forward thought. Let us see, and enjoy every single note, even though they're very short. Enjoy each one. Let us see. So let's try it together from altos only, from Pure and Spotless. And 1. Pure and spotless, let us be. Let us see thy great salvation, perfectly restored in thee. Okay. So, basses, you're almost identical. If you just look through it together, finish then thy new creation. Just doing the same as what you had earlier on, that lower version. Pure and spotless, let us be. Let us see. Now here it moves away from what the altos have to what you had earlier on. And thy great salvation, perfectly restored in thee. So let's try it together from Finish Then Thy New Creation. I'll play hopefully a couple of bars just before we're in at bar 54. I'm sorry. We will get there. Okay. So change from glory into glory. Sopranos, we begin in unison here. But just notice when we reach bar 67, then it's splitting into soprano 1 and soprano 2 parts. Again, I'll just trust that the balance will work itself out and we'll have split ourselves equally. Maybe just worth saying that if you feel you're an experienced choral singer, maybe go for the second soprano part, because that entry there can sometimes just be missed. But I have every confidence that we'd all do it. We'll all do it well. But sopranos, let's sing it once. Change from glory to... Change from glory into glory, till in heaven we take our place. For the word heaven, aim to sing hen, as in chicken, but there's a tiniest of V's snuck in. But if the V is not really there, then no one will notice. Till in heaven we take... In fact, I think I very rarely sing the V in hen. But for some reason we always hear heaven. Change from glory... Change from glory into glory, till in heaven we take our place. Till we... Now, this is the first soprano part. Till we cast our crowns before thee, lost in wonder, love and praise. Love and praise. Your most rich, lush crescendo there. Second soprano is bar 67. You've got a 1 beat rest before you then come in with the canon at 1 beat. But to get you out of the canon, for the half the length they are in the normal tune. So till we cast our crowns before thee, lost in one. Okay, let's sing that in isolation. Till we cast our crowns before thee, lost in wonder, love and praise. Okay. Till we... change from glory, tenors. This is looking at the first tenor part. Change from glory into glory, till in hand we take our place, till we cast our crowns before thee, lost in wonder, love and praise, love and praise. Second tenors, very similar, and again with this canonic idea, so you're coming in a beat after the first tenors. So you'll have, and one. Change from glory into glory, till in hand we take our place, till we cast our crowns before thee, lost in wonder, love and praise, love and praise. Basses, and then altos. I've not forgotten about you. I will come to basses. Change from glory into glory, till in hand we take our place, till we cast our crowns before thee, lost in wonder, love and praise, love and praise. Just leaves the altos, who are singing all the way up on that top D flat after one beat and one. Change from glory into glory, till in hand we take our place, till we cast our crowns before thee, lost in wonder, love and praise, love and praise. Then for everybody as it carries on, till we cast our crowns before thee, alto there, lost in wonder, love and praise. And then you repeat the same pitches for praise and the next section. Very quickly then, basses. Till we cast our crowns before thee, lost in wonder, love and praise. And then repeating again and again. Tenors. Till we cast our crowns before thee, lost in wonder, love and praise. And then again repeating your E flat and your F. Sopranos. Till we cast our crowns before thee, lost in wonder, love, praise. All the way up there. Save the best bit till last day. Right, let's just try. Just that very ending. In fact, we'll try the whole of the final verse. So this is going in from bar 54. Plus a little bit into it, hopefully. Here we go. website, I've put up some individual part rehearsals because I know a couple of people said they find that particularly helpful. So they are there now and available for anybody who would find that useful. But hopefully that's put you in a good place with that. I'll have the run through tracks up the beginning of next week, so you'll be able to start running them then. But we'll meet again in a couple of weeks' time to have one more rehearsal on this before the deadline for submissions. I can't quite exactly remember when that is, but again, that's on the website. Then we're going to keep rehearsing every fortnight. So once every 2 weeks, we will keep meeting. So I'm aware there's a funny thing where I think we're going to start the next piece before this one comes out. And the piece we're going to start is Baba Yetu, which is the Swahili setting of the Lord's Prayer by Christopher Tin. And it's really brilliant, and it's actually written for a computer game for Civilization 4, I think, and it's really fabulous. So I just thought, just to finish off with, we could have a bit of a play and listen to this a setting of Baba Yetu. This is a recording. I'll let it start because there's quite a long introduction. A recording by a South African university choir. So you're all going to have to stand outside to record, I think.
Baba yetu yetu liye mbinguni yetu yetu amina. Baba yetu yetu liye jina lako weli tukuzwe.
Baba yetu yetu liye mbinguni yetu yetu amina. Baba yetu yetu liye jina lako weli tukuzwe.
Utupe leo chakula chetu, tunachohitaji utusamehe makosa yetu, kumanase tunaowasamehe wale yotukosea, usitutie katika majaribu, lakini utuokoe na yule mwovu milele.
Baba yetu yetu liye jina lako weli tukuzwe. Baba yetu yetu liye mbinguni yetu yetu amina. Baba yetu yetu liye jina lako weli tukuzwe.
Chakula chetu tunachohitaji utusamehe Makuta yetu hey kumana setuna hoa semeho wale yotokase usututi katika majaribu lakini tutokowe na yule uokoe milele.
So there we go. I think that's going to be great fun. So that's all to look forward to. We'll be starting that in a month's time today. But I hope that's been useful tonight. It's been really lovely to be with you all. Shall we finish in our time-honoured fashion and finish with a rather chaotic grace? Feel free to unmute yourselves, and we'll share the grace together. So may the
grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, and the love of God, the fellowship of the Holy Spirit, be with us all. Amen. Amen. Amen.
lovely, wonderful to see you all. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
It was wonderful. Wonderful. Bye. It was wonderful.